Girls of the Wilds, Episode 22. The anchor for a famous cooking show introduces Daldal's mother to the audience as the mother of Korean cuisines. The anchor says that Daldal's mom's kitchen and the whole house is spotless. Daldal's mom says that keeping the kitchen clean helps her cook better. She tells the camera that she would like to share a personal recipe on sweet fried chicken. The anchor lady says that it's her favorite dish. Daldal's mom stresses the importance of selecting the freshest ingredients when cooking when trying to grab the chicken she prepared, the chicken that has somehow disappeared. Daldal happily whistles on the other side of the room while cooking something herself. Daldal's mom notices that her daughter is cooking with the ingredients she prepared for her cooking show. She yells at Daldal for messing with her ingredients. Daldal says that her mother is the one who always complains that she doesn't cook enough. Her mom says that she can't just steal the ingredients prepared for the show. Daldal's mom acts natural in front of the camera and says Daldal is there to assist her. The anchor says that they have a sweet mother-daughter relationship. Daldal's mom whispers into her ear that if she doesn't behave and go with the flow, she won't get any allowance for the month. The anchor lady points the mic at Daldal and says that she is a cute girl who can also cook and asks what her specialty is. Daldal says that she specializes in front snaps kicks, side thrust kicks, and tornado kicks, and she adds that she can break 3 baseball bats at once. Daldal's mom quickly shuts her daughter up and says that her specialty is omeris, later that day at Moon Young's boxing gym. While Moon Young is training, Daldal barges in and asks if she is training. Moon Young tells Daldal to go away if she just came to insult. Daldal says that she thought Moon Young would be down in the dumps after being banned from the school gym, and that it's good that she is still in high spirit. At least she can train in her father's gym. Moon Young asks Daldal to leave her alone. Daldal says that Moon Young is pouring sweat and asks if she is trying to lose weight. Moon Young says that she has a big fight in 2 months, and a defending champion needs to be fit, so she is trying to slim down. Daldal waves her lunchbox around and says that it is too bad Moon Young can't have it. Moon Young stares at the lunchbox, trying to suppress the urges of wanting to eat it. At the end, she manages to look away and tell Daldal to take the box out of her sight. Daldal says that it's Moon Young's favorite chicken stew. Moon Young remembers all the fond memories she had with the chicken stew. Moon Young tries to grab the lunchbox with a watering mouth, but Daldal stops her and says that they can eat it together at the MC's workplace. Moon Young immediately agrees to go. Moon Young pedaled her bike as fast as possible to get to eat the chicken stew faster. Moon Young peeks inside the car wash shop and notices Queen already inside. Daldal asks why Moon Young stopped. Moon Young says that there is something weird about Queen. She looks like she's all dressed up. A motorbike pulls up behind them. Moon Young wonders if they were talking about something serious, and Daldal says that she won't let Queen charm the MC. The person on the motorbike removes their helmet. It's the gray-haired boy who always gets ignored. He tries to act cool while walking up to the girls. He says that he has been thinking of taking his revenge on them for the humiliation they caused him. He says that he will crush them all and tells them to get ready. He gets completely ignored again. The girls just cared about listening in on Queen's conversation with the MC. The guy also joins in to eavesdrop with them. The MC asks if Queen just came back from her meeting with her grandfather. He says that there is no need for her to help him with his job anymore since his matches are over and he's all recovered from his injuries. He says that he owes her and her friends a lot for helping with his work so he could train and work together. He tells her to not worry about him too much moving forward, and says that he won't be in the gym as much anymore, but he will still be able to see her around the school. But Queen says that she won't be around in the school much anymore. The MC doesn't understand what she means, so she elaborates that, even though she might stay until the end of Wilds League, but after that she has to start learning about the company, and she won't be able to make it to class often. She says that she hasn't even told Moon Young about it yet. She might only be at school once a week, or maybe once a month. Queen sulks a little, and then she says that she came by because she was in the neighborhood, so she came to see him and say hello. She asks him to take care of himself. Moon Young and Daldal were both surprised to hear this as well. The MC just looks at Queen without saying anything, so Queen says that's what happened on her end. The MC finally snaps out of it and says that it's good that Queen is trying to learn as much as she can early. Queen looks like she was expecting a different answer from him, but then she gives up and says that he's right. Moon Young and Dal Dal take the chance to come in from their hiding spot. Dal Dal acts as if they just got here and says that it's a coincidence to see Queen there as well. Moon Young asks why Queen looks so serious while talking to the MC. Queen says that she just came to say hello as she was in the neighborhood. Moon Young knows that she is lying because she isn't dense like that MC to believe Queen's reason. Queen's brother tells her to get back in the car quickly because he doesn't want to miss his favorite TV show because of her. Moon Young asks her to get home safely, and Dal Dal is just happy that now she can have the MC all for herself. The MC notices that Queen looks a little frustrated and wonders if he said something wrong. The gray-haired boy sees Queen leaving and says that if he beats Queen in a fight, it's that same as winning against the Wilds. He says that he's had the thought of revenge against them since the day he lost in the prelims. But the driver honks at him while he is speaking and tells him to quickly move his bike out of the way. He quickly pushes it out of the way, and the car leaves. Moon Young is sad that Queen kept a secret from her, even though she is her only friend. She calls her a traitor and deserter for keeping it a secret while eating Dal Dal's food. Later that evening, Moon Young and Dal Dal ask the MC to be their coach during their fights. The MC asks if they really mean what they said, and Moon Young tells him to register as their coaching staff on the main rounds, and Dal Dal says that they are serious about it. The MC asks if it is a good idea to have someone with no experience as their coach during an important fight. Moon Young says that she usually registers one of the seniors from the boxing club as her coach, but since they all graduated, she says that the MC has to do it. Dal Dal also adds that the MC knows enough to act as their coach. Moon Young also agrees and says that he has a knack for coaching and asks if he has ever thought about her weak points. The MC says that Moon Young has impressive strength and stamina, but if he had to pick a weak point, it would be that she doesn't know how to deal with spontaneous attacks. Dal Dal burst into laughter while saying that the MC got it spot on, and that Moon Young was battered by Dal Dal's sidekick during last year's fight. Moon Young gets embarrassed and says that it was only a one-time thing and that the attack won't work again since it is too predictable. Dal Dal asks what the MC thinks about her. Moon Young says that Dal Dal is made up of weakness. The MC says that Dal Dal is fast and accurate, but when her opponent is on the same technique level as her with a better build, the chances would be against her since her height puts her at a disadvantage when kicking. Dal Dal realizes that the MC just indirectly called her short. The MC says that he can't coach anyone because he's the one who is always getting beat up. Moon Young tries to convince the MC by saying that he will get extra credits if the person he was coaching wins, and if he coaches two S-rank fighters who don't lose matches often. All he has to do is sit by the ring to get A grade. The MC thinks that they are asking him to be their coach because they are looking out for his grade, and accepts. The next day, early in the morning, YK helicopter flies above the city. Queen's brother complains for having to go on a business trip when other kids can just enjoy their school life. He says that his life is tough and that he just wants to go back to sleep. Not hearing a response from his sister, he asks if she is so serious because she didn't get a chance to say goodbye to the MC. Queen tells him to shut up. He tells her that he has prepared a surprise for her as her wingman. He tells his servant to do the thing, and then he calls the MC and asks him to wake up and go outside and look up at the sky. The MC notices the helicopter and Queen's brother asks the MC to keep looking at the helicopter. A banner tied to the bottom of the helicopter opens up, and the banner which reads that the MC belongs to Queen, and asking him to wait for her with a winking Queen. The MC drops his phone in disbelief. Queen's brother's servant briefs them about the upcoming schedule and the meeting. Queen's brother says that the schedule is too tight, and that he hates that dessert at the place where they are about to have lunch. He demands chocolate from his servant. The servant says that he especially prepared chocolate parfait for the young master's visit. Meanwhile, Queen is reading the Wild's news on her phone, and she notices a story about the MC being chosen as Moon Young and Dal Dal's coach. While her brother continues to complain about their busy life, Queen writes a message to the MC, asking if he is going to be all right with the extra workload of being a coach. She asks him to take care of himself at the end of the message. Not liking how it looks, she adds a smiling face to the end. Then she thinks that she is being too close and adds a dude instead of the smiley face. Not liking this approach either, she tries being a tsundere. She then gets frustrated about the message and tries to come up with another way to finish her message throughout the ride. At the school gym, Moon Young finds the news about Dal Dal being on her mom's cooking show and asks Dal Dal if she is trying to trick the whole country. Moon Young laughs and Dal Dal says that her pot looks like a weapon. Dal Dal says that Moon Young devours anything she cooks and tells Moon Young to admit that she is envious of Dal Dal, because all Moon Young can do is eat and punch, and she is still the number 2 in the ring. While the two of them bicker with each other, the MC receives a message notification. It's from a furious queen, and she asks him to help Moon Young out while she is busy at work and that she doesn't expect a response to her message. The MC smiles at the message, knowing that she only meant well, and asks Moon Young and Dal Dal to get back to training. He says that as he is a rookie coach and asks them to help each other out with this. Even though he became a coach to raise his grade, he wants to be of some use to them. The both of them stop fighting each other and blush, listening to what the MC said. They enjoy their training session with the MC, eat lunch together, and go to the MC's part-time job all together on Moon Young's bike. While laughing and enjoying their time together, they think that they are in paradise without Queen being here, and hope that she doesn't return from work. Queen, on the other hand, reaches the resort where they have a meeting, and while walking inside, she asks the manager to prepare the report and deliver it to her desk by the next morning, and asks them to rehearse for the VIP event the next day. One of the workers asks her co-worker why they had to cause so much fuss for only a cranky girl and her kid brother's arrival. She criticizes Queen for not even brushing her hair. Her co-worker tells her to shut up before Queen hears her, which she did. Queen walks up to her and says that she has really good hearing. Queen asks the lady criticizing her if she was promoted to this post recently, and asks how long she has been with the company. The lady says that she has been working for 5 years. Queen's brother thinks that his sister might kick someone if she isn't stopped. Queen says that it isn't easy being promoted in their company, and that the lady must have worked hard for her current position, including her studies. It might have taken her about 8 years to get here, according to Queen. Queen excuses herself and grabs the lady's hairband and wears it herself, and asks if she is now more qualified than the lady who now has her hair down. And as for her kid brother, from the moment he was able to read, he has been studying managing the business, including the company the lady works for. She tells the lady the only reason she accompanies her brother is because he is still young and has a lot to learn. But she believes he already knows everything there is to their business, and asks if it's too hard to give him some time to grow and gain experience. Queen then bows her head and says that she will keep what the lady said about her looks in mind and thanks her for the advice. Later in the evening, Queen goes through her phone by the sea in front of the resort. She read the reply from MC to her message, in which he wishes her luck and asks her to be wise like a grown-up. Reading it brings a smile to her face. She thinks that she wants him to be proud of her. Mr. Park brings a coat for her and asks her to go inside before she catches a cold.